Good morning, one and all. Here we are, leaving the yard with a load for the Czech Republic. I believe that's what it's called now. 4 drops. Today is Sunday. After torrential rain yesterday, Friday. But it has cleared up a bit. Anyway, yeah, we've got 4 drops, Czech Republic, I believe, as I say. We're tipping 2 on Tuesday, 2 on Wednesday, I believe is the schedule. First of all, though, let's head down to the train. Morning again. Well, there was nothing much to see on the way down because it was fairly dark. It hasn't. They spitted a little bit.
Take the second exit to the road.
Spitted a little bit, but nothing too bad. But it's just getting light now, so we're in familiar surroundings here at stop 24. I've just topped everything up, so we're full of fuel, AdBlue, fridge, everything, all job done. I'm going to drop down to the train. Hopefully that'll be running well.
At the roundabout, take the third exit to M20.
Then we can get across to Sivep and get cleared. Again. Hopefully it'll be nice and quick. Just a 10-minute wait there for the train, UK side, and we were on, boarded and across. It's 8:30. What time did we get there? It was 7 o'clock. Yeah, sure, we got there at 7 o'clock. So, hour and a half, and we're across the other side. And that's a good trip. You know, these people that think, oh yeah, it's only half an hour on the train. It isn't half an hour on the train at all. It's half an hour queue in each side. Sorry, it's half an hour queue in the other side. Then it's 10 minutes getting on. Then it's 40 minutes to cross. Then it's 10 minutes getting off.
Take the second exit to E15.
You know, and that's a good crossing, hour and a half. So don't anybody kid themselves. It's a hugely quick job. It may be quicker than the ferries in a lot of respects, and the good thing for us is it dumps us straight out this side, and we're just 2 minutes away from Sivep and all the Czechs and that, so that's a bit of a bonus. But anyway, let's go and get them done, and hopefully they'll be kind to us. We may be lucky here this morning. There's a couple of trucks on the bays there by the looks of it, but the car park looked fairly empty, and there was only 3 trucks on our train that had orange status, i.e. they had to come into Sivep. So, wow, that is clear. 1, 2, 3 trucks there. 1 or 2 on bays, but there's only 1 on a bay, so there's only 5 of us here altogether. This is good news. One of them's a fridge, the other one's a curtain cider, so he should just be paperwork. Anyway, let's see how we go on. Right, we did okay in Sivep then. Got off the train at 8:30 and I was leaving Sivep minutes after 10 AM. So, hour and a half, probably. Half an hour before they put me on a bay. Quick seal check, and then back to parking, and yeah, they called me then saying, your papers are ready, come and get them. So that's good. We're heading across towards Aachen to cross into Germany, but I'm not going to go through or around Brussels because the ring road is shut, and the diversion, last time I took the diversion, not only is it not very well signposted, but it cost me probably 20 minutes, half an hour. So I'm going to drop down through Lille and cut across then Namur, and go across to Aachen that way. As you can see, the weather's taken a bit of a turn for the worse. It started drizzling, it's not too bad, but the temperature's dropped from 10 to 8 degrees. We're just passing Liège Airport. You can see the control tower there, look on your left hand side, with 462 miles to our first drop. Here's the old border crossing at Aachen. You can see the sheds on the right hand side there where they'd take you in and back the vehicles onto a dock and search them and all the rest of it. It's still a busy old spot, look at it. Mine with parking anyway is at a premium, particularly for the weekend. So obviously they've slung it in there. And there we are into Germany. Evening, folks. I'll just turn this light out because it'll probably, there you go. We made it to this little air. I was looking, there's one just down the road. I was looking on Truckfly, and it looks like one of my colleagues has stopped there before. I could have made it within my 10-hour drive, but it would have meant breaking into a 15-hour day, which absolutely wasn't worth it. So I stopped at this one. There's a McDonald's just back up there, look, and coffee and all the rest of it shop. So that's all right. Not that I need anything anyway. I'm just gonna have a bit of grub and go straight to bed, to be fair, and then kick off early again tomorrow and try and get ahead of myself a bit. But yeah, decent little air. I've had to go along the back of these trucks here, which is actually better sometimes in a fridge, because you're not parking between two other trucks who are going to say, hey, you got your engine running. The only thing is I am sloping slightly the wrong way, but it's not that bad. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, I'm gonna have some grub now, like I say, and kick off early in the morning. So for now, good night all. Catch you in the morning. Good morning. Here we are then, leaving the auto, the Rastplatz.
Continue on the road.
Rest place that we stopped in last night. Nice and quiet. No problems. I was checking the location of the Czech border, which is the I'm sure it's the one I've gone over before, Rozvadov or Rozvadov, something like that. And I won't do that in 4.5 hour shift anyway. So I'm going to run a 4.5 hour shift, get some breakfast, and then, do a bit of checking from there. I think there'll be another hour and a half from there. Then I can get my toolbox sorted, and then that's me done for check. In the meantime, let's push on. Morning all. This is what we didn't need. Hopefully everybody's all right. That's the main thing, obviously, in all roadworks, accidents, all the rest of it. My sat nav is saying there's a 60-minute delay in 2 miles, and the road is shut with a diversion taking us off and back on further down. Google Maps is just saying there's a delay here, and then we're going to get, we're going to get moving again. But I've been sat here 5 minutes. It is just started to move up ahead now, so we may, hopefully we'll get through. We can stop on the main route. We're 150 miles from my first drop, 3 hours roughly, but I've only got 22 minutes left on this shift. So there was a rest place about 10 miles away, which is going to fit, so hopefully that'll still work. Obviously I'm not using any drive time while I'm sat here. So I'll head up there, have some pancakes and a coffee, and then next stop after that is the toll box to get into Czech, and then we'll head to the drop. Hoping to be there about just after midday. Not due till tomorrow morning, but I will try them. I'd absolutely love to get, and the next one's about an hour and a half away. I'd absolutely love to get the 2 off today. That would be it.
Take the exit on the right, then take the first left.
See, sat-nav's trying to bring me off here, but Google's saying the road is still open. We'll see anyway. Yeah, I'd love to get the 2 off, but I'm not sure if they stop taking deliveries early in the morning or whatever. But either way, I wanted to set off early. Firstly, because that was my 11 hours off, and secondly, in the hope that I'd miss any traffic. And in fairness, I'd done 372, 30, about 200, well, over 200 miles, and this is the first bit of traffic we've had. So if I'd left it later, I would have only caught traffic around some of the major cities anyway. So anyway, let's get going through this lot, and hopefully, as I say, we can stop on the road. Well, whatever it is somewhere around here, because as you can see, here's the blue lights. Obviously down to 1 lane. Yeah. That's all matey boys just come across. And then hopefully we can get going again. Was that? Doesn't look to be anybody seriously injured. Looks like he's just run into the back of him, so that's the main thing. Anyway, up to the Rastplatz and pancakes for breakfast. Right, that's the break over with. Ooh. It's unusual for the Scania. I took the wrong gear there. And the Google Maps is saying that the road is clear, and as you can see, it looks pretty damn good to me. So that's good. We didn't waste any time there. Got a break in while they sorted all the traffic out, and now we've come out. Looks like we're good to go again. 144 miles to our destination, 3 hours. Okay, so we're coming up to the Czech border in about 25 miles. So what I'll try and do is film. It should be quite interesting because I've only done it myself once before, and I can vaguely remember what to do. It was pretty simple, to be fair, but I'll try and film it, how to get your Czech toll box, and yeah, we'll hopefully be able to put that up, and it may help somebody out. So on that sign there, it said Myto, M-Y-T-O, CZ. That's the toll box people for Czech. You can see the other side. Excuse me. That's the queue to go down, and you'll get pulled in or waved through at the police checkpoint. Wow, look at the queue. God, that ain't good. We've got that to do whenever we're going back out. It was like that last time. Oh, well, there was a checkpoint there. Sorry, the checkpoint is always there. The checkpoint was open last time I came out to check, but he just waved me straight through. So fingers crossed we'll get exactly the same when we are going back out in a couple of days' time. But anyway, the toolbox place, as I say, is in this next service area just up here. So we'll pull in and try and show you what's going on. So this one's signposted, look, vignette, label, Myto, CZ. So hopefully this will be the one that I've been to before, and the process will be the same. E-vignette, mount toll, 3.5 turn. Yeah. I'm pretty sure at Rozvadov, yeah. So this is the one I've been to before. Just got to remember how to do it. I'm pretty sure we went in here. First of all, I went across that building on the right hand side, because that says Myto CZ, but they only do the cars. But they did do a lovely dinner. I had some goulash while I was in there. And the toolbox people place thing that I want is in all that rubble there, knocked out, I think. Not sure now. Might have to. Oh, unless that's it. Unless that's it there. Might see if I can get it sorted there. Right, hopefully that's recording. I'm picking up everything that I need. So I've got my fuel card. Our trucks all have packs in them that contain the relevant documents. Mine's got a split in it, so I need to sort that out. Let's go see what we can find out. These don't look like they're doing anything, do they? Oh, unless this one could be. Electronic or vignetto.
Shotgun. Yeah. What do you need? V5? En 5 accent. Okay.
Hopefully that's all she needs. Looks to be entering the details. Last time I had to tell him the number of kilometers.
Kredit. Kredit. No a kolik?
Shell card, no?
Jo, ale how much?
What, kilometers?
Kilometr. Destinacion.
500. 500
500 co?
kilometers.
Oh, imagine being stuck in there with her. So, looks like things are going through.
Signatura.
Please. Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye. Anyway, we've now got our documents back. Shell fuel card back. Receipt. Operating instructions for the toolbox. Toolbox itself. And cigarette lighter plug. So we'll stick that in the windscreen. Hopefully it'll all work. And then push on up to Pilsen. I'm going to leave that. Document folded out because it's got a little rip in it, and when I picked it up, one of the documents fell out, which obviously we don't want. So I'll repair that when I stop, and it'll remind me while it's out. Anyway, so now stick my fuel card back in there. That's that done. The receipt for the box I'll stick in with all my truck documents, so that should it need returning at some stage, we can do that. And then, what was that? I think a bag is for just if you, when you go to return it. So that's fine. So let's get this stuck on. Can't remember what the instructions said, so typical Brit, typical bloke, don't read them. No, I am actually going to read it because I want to make sure that it's set up right. I can't remember if you have to put configure number of axles and stuff like that, but anyway, I'm going to clean these grubby stickers. Toll account status indicator is the euro symbol. Green light indicates everything's fine, that's good. Power status light, permanent green is fully charged. Well, mine's orange because it's just charging. And then here we go, underneath, set number of axles, minimum indicators as follows: 2, 3, 4, 5 or more. So I want it on 2 and 3, which she set it to. So like a 2-axle tractor and a 3-axle trailer, which actually covers 5 or more. That's good. Switching on or off. Sound alerts, no, we'll leave them on. Power cord's plugged in. Check it's on. Number of axles should be set, which is right. And driving occasionally check that they don't turn red. Yeah, we're good to go. Right. So from that, everything should be good. Set up in the window, and we're ready to go.
Back to you in the studio.
There we go then. That's the toolbox bought from this little cabin that hopefully they knock down with her in it quite soon. What a miserable bag. Anyway, yeah, that's us sorted with the toolbox, all set up. Check the axle configuration on it and everything as I hopefully showed you on the little point of view camera. So we can now crack on up towards Pilsen. I remember thinking this last time I was here that how wooded it all, I wouldn't say forested, how wooded it all is. It's all forests and that. Quite pretty. I'm sure down here as well is a massive GXO or XPO site. I'm sure it was down here. This is, we actually go past the place, funny enough, where I was tipping on the last Czech video where I was stuck for a week. Hopefully. Well, it didn't bother me. We actually had a real good time, me and one of the other drivers, Lee. I can't remember whether I told you already, but we well, watch the video. We ended up into Pilsen and we had a night there, and then we booked a hotel, an Airbnb in Prague, and went up there for 3 nights, and yeah, came back and tipped the trucks and all the rest of it. But yeah, we had a good time really, considering we were stuck in it. It could have been much worse. I don't know whether you can see it, and it is only slushy. Don't get me wrong. I know it's not a blizzard, but it is actually trying to snow. When it lands on the windscreen, you can see it's snowflakes, and it sort of splatters and sticks there, you know. Just 9 miles from our drop now, so should be there. Quarter of an hour, 20 minutes, subject to roads. 4.8 of those now are on this motorway. 4.6 on the motorway, 8.6 to the drop, so only 4 miles are off the motorway. So it shouldn't be too bad to get to. Then it's just a case of whether they want me today or not. Well, that was all looking good. And she said, oh, I just need to contact my boss. And she contacted the boss eventually, and about 3/4 of an hour later she went, I'm sorry, we can't tip you till tomorrow. So I said, alright, okay. So then the lady in the gatehouse said, oh, it's no problem, go out of here, 200 yards, turn left, you can park there. Right, okay, I'll go to that.
In half a mile, turn right onto 180, then enter the roundabout.
Gets there, security comes out, no parking, no parking. So turfed out of there. Anyway, I've just run back up through the village, hoping there'd be something out this side. So let's see. No big problem anyway. I know where it is. She said come back for 6 o'clock in the morning, so I can do that, and hopefully we'll be tip sharpish so I can get away. As if I can get somewhere to park. There'll be somewhere. There's a truck parked there, so.
Turn right onto 180, then enter the roundabout.
Well, when I passed that truck, I said there's a truck parked there, look, on the way in. I've managed to back down here, and there's a bit of looks like waste ground. It's away from houses and all the rest of it, so should be fine. Anyway, that'll do me for the afternoon, evening, and tomorrow we're back. We'll tip that one just down the road and take it from there. Night all!
Rolling down the highway, the sun shining bright. My Scania V8's roaring, what a glorious sight. With a heart full of freedom, I'm feeling alive. The wind in my hair, oh, what a vibe. Through the fields and the valleys, the landscape unfolds. Me and my truck, telling stories untold. From the mountains of Norway to the shores of